Edith Finch. These graphics are pretty good.
A lot of this isn't
Ooh, I
going
like
to
that
make
movement.
sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house.
Wow, this looks really nice.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
That's really cool. I like I like that a lot. Is this a mailbox? That's neat.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
The movement reminds me of like Layers of Fear.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches. Do I go down this way or do I go this way? I'll go down this way. Hi Brooke. How you doing? Welcome. You're just in time. We just started. We are making our way downtown, walking fast, and faces are passing, or however the lyrics go.
Even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
You're sad, but you're hoping the stream can cheer you up. I'm sorry to hear that you're sad. I hope everything's going all right. I'll definitely do my best. Hopefully this is not a sad game. Dude, already I am lost. Is this a bridge?
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent.
Turn that down a little bit. It's hurting my eyes.
As if they're about to say something, but never do.
This is a very interesting style of, like, narrative. I'm kind of enjoying it. Oh, the house has got a basketball hoop! Narrative, storytelling, you know. I think storytelling kind of sums it up better. This game is really dark. Can I turn up the brightness? Okay, it's not that it's super dark. It's just like really gray.
The house was exactly like I remembered it. The way I'd been dreaming about it.
Who the fuck designed this house, dude? Fucking Dr. Seuss? Jeez Louise. That does not look structurally sound.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now,
Someone
as a
who's high.
17-year-old,
So Dr. Seuss.
I knew exactly what those words were.
You can't tell
I
me
was
Dr.
afraid of
Seuss
the
was
house.
not high. Writing fucking Zigzaboons and Who's and other Dr. Seuss things that I can't think of right now. Oh, there's a little doggy door. Hello? Did I? I don't know what that was. Dude, how do you... Where would you even put these trash bins is my question. There is no driveway. Why are we immediately going through the doggy door?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
But you have a key. Why didn't you just use the key?
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Is that a deep freeze? Hell yeah, dude. I need one of those for my house. This is a nice little workshop. Got some bicycles. A little kiddie pool.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
I'm really enjoying this so far. This is really cool.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Dawn, Edith, Edie, and Lewis. Some, I can't tell yet if are we Edith Finch? I don't know. Either way, I'm assuming that is us in the... I don't know why I always point. You can't see where I'm pointing. I'm assuming we're Edith. In loving memory of Lewis Finch. 1988 to 2010. So would that make him, like, 20-something? I'm not good at math, so... 1988. So yeah, he was like, I don't know, dude. I'm not going to pretend like I can do simple arithmetic in my head. Lowt. I wonder if the magnets mean anything or if I'm just reading too much into it. Beloved brother to Edith, son of Dawn, great-grandson to Edie. Damn. That's crazy. The Holiday Feast, Witch's Kitchen, A Viking's Belly, Tasting Thailand, The Nordic Cookbook, Weird Recipes, Flour, Salt, Water, Yeast. Okay, so somebody in here was very much a chef of sorts.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
My computer broke, so I'm playing on my Xbox for tomorrow's stream. You're going to stream tomorrow? Oh, wait, no, we're playing Fortnite tomorrow. Yeah, sorry. I was being dumb for a little bit. Dude, I used to have one of those filters on my sink when I was younger, and that shit does not, like... It makes your water taste like shit.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
He's got a lot of the same books. I think this guy doesn't look at the stuff that he owns. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta install Fortnite tonight. I keep fucking forgetting to do that. But I cleared up a lot of space on my,
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
There's a lot of books, dude. There's great-grandma's wheelchair.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Dude, those noodles on the plate look really detailed. That's pretty fucking cool.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Dude, that's a pretty nice table. You got the TV propped up on books, dude? That is just asking for trouble.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Bruh, what did I do? Is it because I don't have it installed yet? It'll install, I'll make it install while I'm at work tomorrow. How are they not molding or sporing? Honestly, dude. Honestly, there's a lot of, like, dust particles, so maybe that is mold. I don't know, though. Barbara. Is that Bigfoot?
Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Who's Barbara? Barbara Finch. My Friend Bigfoot. Is that a movie? That's pretty cool. Wonder what happens if I do it the other way. It doesn't move. Let go of it.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
I want to go in there, though. It looks so interesting. Oh, we were already in here.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
What happened on the last night? And why does this door look like that? And why would you guys pile all of your books like this over the door? And also, why do you guys have so many copies of Tasting Thailand? Do you like Thai food that much? My God. Damn, someone went missing. This boy. Why do they have a... Was it like one of those... What are they called? Like an honorary funeral or something? Where, like, it's been so long that you just give them a funeral. Can I ride this thing up the stairs?
After Milton disappeared, Mom
If I see
sealed up
one
all
more
the
copy of
bedrooms.
Tasting Thailand.
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Get out of here, fucking fly. She drilled peepholes into all of the doors. Ha ha ha, that's an old person transporter. Hey, listen, it can be an any person transporter if you're, you know, if you're fun enough.
Whenever people ask me
I'd
about
ride
my
that thing.
family, the
The
first
stair
thing I always
thing,
want
not-
to know about is Barbara.
Whenever people ask me, I was not listening to that. Dude, they've got so many fucking books. How do you get this many fucking books? And they're all like cookbooks, too. God damn, this fly is pissing me off. I do appreciate, though, that even though they're using like a lot of the same titles, that they did try to make them all look like unique. Tasting Thailand, you saw it? Where is it? I'm gonna fucking burn it. I don't see it. Wok and tempura. Goddamn, dude, they were fucking going to town. Barbara. This is Barbara's room. Oh, you can look through them. That's cool.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Gotta get this fly swatter ready. Don't joke with me, Brooke. I'm tired of tasting Thailand. It tastes disgusting. Dude, why are you getting so close to my fucking body?
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay, you guys were like in an insane hurry, but she had time to do that. Sven and Edie.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Okay, so we are Edith. So it says Edie died in 2010 and Sven died in 1964. Damn, dude, he died pretty far apart from Edie. Who's Calvin?
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
That's pretty cool. I like the space side. Okay, so wait, where's Sam? Why is his name not on here? Grigori. That's gross. What's gross? The space part? I love space.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Dude, I imagine it probably gets real fucking stinky in that bathroom with all that carpeting. So why was Gregory living in a bathroom? You misinterpreted it? How did you misinterpret? What did you misinterpret? Tell me. Ooh, this room's open. Let's check this one first. Molly. Oh, damn, dude. She died when she was 10 years old? Maybe he shits a lot? That could be
Molly
true.
always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
I wonder what year this game takes place in. No, I thought that Sam shared his room with his... Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I did think that too for a second. Buddy, you're pressing your luck. Every time I put down the fly swatter, he comes
I
back.
spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
This is a pretty cool room.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Where does this key go to? Okay, I guess we figured it out. Never mind.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Whoa.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
That's interesting. It's a little crawl space. Dude, you're getting on my nerves.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been
Tea
here
party
before me.
time.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Is that a little ant farm? It's kind of cute. It's a starfish. Is this a map of all the rooms? You think she's got Tasting Thailand in here?
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner.
Without
I
dinner?
woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Oh boy, don't tell me you're gonna eat like one of your pets or something.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh! There's Dookie in there, dude.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Imagine that was like an option that we did not need to take at all. Hello, little goldfish.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
No, do not touch Christopher. And I'm not just being biased, because my name is Christopher. Dude, it is mad dark in here.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh my god. Girl, you're not supposed to eat fucking toothpaste. Dude, I wish this fly would land so I could fucking smack the hell out of him.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Are those real or are they fake? Are you just fucking shoving shit in your face?
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Thank goodness there was nothing in the toilet. Honestly, dude. Alright, I gotta pause this for a couple seconds so I can try and get this fly because he's irritating me. For a second, I thought I unplugged my router. I got so scared. Alright, well, I guess let's just hope he doesn't come back.
I reached out for her. And suddenly,
Oh boy. What the hell?
I was a cat.
Are you hallucinating because you ate those fucking berries?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
I'm such a good cat, dude.
I jumped and I almost got her.
The C in Chris stands for cat. Cat Chris. I like that. Hey, you don't say that, Shikinichi.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore.
I'm
All
getting
I cared
scared.
about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up.
He's my best friend. He's my pal.
Oh, boy.
He's my homeboy. My rotten soldier.
Soldier.
He's my sweet
I was an
cheese.
owl.
My good time boy.
First, all I heard was the wind.
We're a bird
Then
now?
I heard little teeth nibbling in the...
All right, sorry, 2 seconds. Thank you so much for the gift subs, Why? I really appreciate it. I like the thought, but you don't want to be a sub. I get it. I get it. They hate it because I spoke the truth. You spoke nothing. You used my credit card? So it's not a gift sub, it's like you paid for it then. Oh my god. Thank you, Brooke. Whoa, we are bird now. Should I get hit by this thing? No, never mind.
Rabbits.
Where? Why is he running in place? He was T-posing for a little bit there. We're hunting wabbits. Oh my god.
I imagined his face.
I'm vegan. No, don't. Oh god.
I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Can they really eat them whole like that, dude? I get all the notifications for the purchases you make.
A mama rabbit.
I thought you wanted something bigger. Oh, it's a mama rabbit. Okay.
She was almost too big to carry. I started
Jesus,
choking,
dude.
but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What the fuck is happening, dude? What is this, man? What the fuck is this little girl dreaming of?
I rolled off the cliff.
What is going on?
Now, I was hungrier than ever.
This is interesting.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Oh god, this shit is fucking hard to control. No, not the seals, man! Oh!
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
This is fucking horrific. Dude, he just fucking juked me.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Am I a fucking octopus now?
Now
Oh,
I was a
yes.
monster, and I smelled
Man-made
people
horrors beyond my comprehension. Am I like a leviathan or something? This is really interesting. She gonna eat people? Oh god, please no.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Oh my god. Alright.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
You did tell me, Brooke. You called it 100%. Oh, whoops.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
This fucking game feels like a fever dream. I don't know what's happening. I think that's essentially like what's going on right now. Because we're reading this little girl's diary that we found. She died when she was 10 years old. And it's just been nonsense.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
I gotta say though, kid's fucking creative. Oh god, we're coming out the toilet.
I got closer and closer.
Are we gonna eat the girl that we're playing as right now? A spooky dookie. Oh my god.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Okay, kid. It's a really spooky thing to to read.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Oh, looks like Christopher's dead. Sad day. It's a cat! Kitty cat, come back! Once more. There we go. Hell yeah, dude. Just took a little bit of persistence.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
What is
Though,
that?
when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
What is that? Is that a picture of a bearded dragon? Lumpy. Damn, were these like all their past pets?
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Built in 1937 by Sven Finch.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
That kind of fucking sucks, dude.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Norwegian folktales. Is that another shark? What is it with this family and sharks?
Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Is she painting him on a piece of tree? That's fucking sick. Lewis.
Her room was like a museum.
Who's Odin?
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
He brought his house over? Jesus.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington
Oh my God.
send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
So that's the great-grandma, right?
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
That's pretty cool.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Oh, that's the people into their bedroom. Okay. Dude, I hate the way this floor looks. Is it another secret door? It's just a universal key?
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Whoa, that's cool.
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
That's so cool, dude. It's a really interesting house they have here. Is this like a
Sven
dark
gave
room?
Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
So this is Sam and Calvin's room, right? Was it Sam and Calvin?
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Is this shit gonna make me fucking sad, dude?
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
This is really cool.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted
Make me a
to
little
fly.
motion sick, dude.
Sam, Calvin, dinner's ready. Coming.
But that
Ooh.
day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Dude. Oh my god. This is kind of scaring me.
Alice, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe
Oh,
he'd still
Jesus,
be here.
dude.
But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
That kind of made me sad, dude.
Calvin's
lie.
story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Is that why they have so many books? So that they can, like, conceal these? Is there anything that I missed back here? Real quick. It doesn't look like it.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
That's sad, dude.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Oh, dude, they've all got their little own memorial pictures.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here
Okay.
with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
God damn, dude. Why
But
would you
in
write about a
lucky
child
break,
like that?
She'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Damn.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Interesting.
I'll be back in a sec.
Good to know.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh, you're making me do this? Are they allowed to use this song?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
I got a crutch. I'm not afraid to use it. Don't fuck with me.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Get out of my way.
Old Finch rattled and grew still.
Oh dear! Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
I'm
Then
freaking
act
pissed.
furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
God, this guy's fucking
She
annoying,
threw
dude.
him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
The crutches.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later,
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah!
Oh God.
Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
All right, who threw that? Who threw that shit?
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh boy.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was
Beat his ass.
speechless. He was quite smashing.
Nice.
And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges
Oh, boy.
groaned.
Oh my God, dude.
Wasn't moving,
Fuck.
but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Let's go fucking cave his head in, dude. God, she walks so slow. Why is he gone?
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but but all she heard
Dude, that's
was...
a pretty sick chair. He went to the basement, didn't he?
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming
The
from
trick-or-treaters?
inside the house.
Oh? Are they tricking me again?
Oh dear.
Just fucking threw a party goer off the balcony, dude. Or the banister, or whatever.
For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be
Oh?
famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
Or scream?
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
What the fuck?
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Oh my god. What kind of fucking laugh was that, dude? That was interesting.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Wait, oh, we're crawling back out. No, never mind. Actually,
I guess
yeah,
now I
think we
know why
should.
Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Why is that thing actually broken, though, if that story is supposed to be fake?
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted
the
another
dragon he was working
tetanus
on?
shot.
Is that the saw he cut his hand on?
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying
Dark as
packages.
hell in here.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Interesting. It is very dark in here.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Is
She
he the
said
mole
after
man?
Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Is this a fucking bunker?
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think
like
it's that none
doomsday
of us has
prepping?
gotten very far.
Walter. And he was the one from the story, the little child.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
So he is the mole man.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Oh, that's cool how they have the writing on the can.
And then one day, everything just
Dude, he's been down there for a long
Stop.
fucking time. He did say 30 years, didn't he?
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting.
Did they
Or
leave
maybe
him
I
there?
just got tired of being afraid.
And they stopped bringing him
It's
food?
been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there somewhere.
This is
Whatever killed
very
Barbara
Interesting.
and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready.
Please don't tell me he's gonna make it outside and then get hit by a train or
I'm
something,
going to
dude.
appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can
Get off
already
the
imagine the
tracks,
sun
dude.
on my face.
Jesus Christ, dude. These are the unluckiest fucking people I've ever seen.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
I feel so bad for this guy, man. At least he did get to see the outside for even just a minute.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Oh. Dude, what the fuck happened over here? What is that? Is that like a buoy? Why are there chairs up here?
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Dude, that looks really nice.
But I thought you should know about your family.
You who? Oops, I'm stepping on some rocks.
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
I'm very lost.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Jesus.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
God
3
damn,
of the
that is a
gerbils
lot
are
of...
mine, and 2 had been my fault.
That's a lot of pets, dude.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
This is pretty. She died 2 days after her birthday? I wonder if those are supposed to mean something. Edith Finch. What is that? Is that a little figure? Is that him in the cave? That's fucking cool.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Dude, this is
She could
really
see
cool.
it poking out of the water at low tide.
Is that their original house?
Edie said she dreamed about
Oh
the
my
old
God, it
house
is.
every night.
just go back.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
This one died only a year old. He died on my birthday. A lot of their children died young.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Milton's the only one that nobody knows if he's dead or not.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh boy, please be careful.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Oh, that's a nice gun.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Sorry, 2 seconds. Just turning the fan around to face me because I'm getting fucking sweaty, dude. Oh, that's cute. Little baby feet. Oh, is that their cat? He's swatting at a little squirrel. That's cute. Taking selfies?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Hey!
That's a keeper.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff. if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was going to be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Where?
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh, shit.
Of all these
Damn.
stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
I was gonna say, dude, that was a kind of really nice one. Fuck.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Oh, is this the one that died at only a year old? This is a beautiful room.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. You reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. he saw. It sure made him happy.
That's kind of nice.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Jesus Christ, man.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Dude, I suck at flying kites.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh my god.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh, is that what happened to all the chairs?
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Jesus.
It thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Jesus Christ, dude. This shit's getting really fucking heavy, man.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus. My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as
She's
far
doing
away
all
as she
this
could
while
get.
she's pregnant, dude? She's a stronger person than me.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Interesting.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Are those solar panels? No wonder everything's still powered up.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal, but it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Oops. She's fucking rope climbing too. I've never tried climbing a rope, but I don't think I would be able to do it.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Dude, it's so interesting that each one is like a different style. That's so cool.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Damn, are you serious? You make me go all the way back around.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis.
His room is literally just a fucking speedboat. That's pretty cool.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Why are you going out? No, that's not what I meant. That's a cool chair. That looks like a cool chair to sit in and just look out at the water.
Louis and I spent
fucking
a lot of time
PS1, dude?
playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
What do you want me to do?
wander.
Oh. What the fuck? That's interesting.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss, but he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him.
It's getting bigger and bigger.
It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Louis Topia.
You coming, doggy?
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Dude, this is so fucking interesting.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a beautiful prince. The prince was on his own quest for radiant rainbows.
Damn, I keep knocking him over.
He followed the sound of his silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Dude, I can't even see the fucking thing anymore.
He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him. His prince waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Jesus Christ, man.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him. On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Just my room coming up?
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance, or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Jesus.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Oh, you're forcing me to get turned around. I was like, I'll just keep going straight. I can't even hear the buoy anymore.
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Where did she go?
After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Am I being born right now?
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone.
What do you mean you're gonna be gone?
Amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Jesus Christ, man. Fuck. That's it, dude? What the fuck, man? Oh my god. Dude, how long was that? That was like it's like an hour and a half long game. Oh my god. Dude, fuck me, man. Oh my god. And we still don't know where Milton is. It said that I finished all the stories, though, so I think that's just it. These credits are beautiful, too. You get a trophy for watching the credits, too. I wonder how she died. Is this the voice cast, I wonder? That's cool. Neil Druckmann? Nice. Damn, dude. That was a fucking good game. Good lord, man. How many more achievements are there? Okay. There's one for catching the rabbits with only 2 swoops. Apparently there's 2 paths to the house. I actually saw that when I was looking up for why it kept crashing. Apparently I took like the path to the back door, and there's a path to the front door. Oh, see, that's what I was trying to do. There's one for knocking all of Gregory's letters into the bathtub. I guess I missed a couple. Look in all peepholes and telescopes long enough to hear Edith's commentary. Damn, I didn't know that was a thing. Play Calvin's story again. Clear all balls off the pool table. And let the drunken sailor finish his song. Damn, dudes, I'm gonna have to replay it to get those. But look, we pretty much ended like right at our scheduled time, so that was a solid game. I've been really looking forward to playing this one for a long time, and I'm really glad that I did. But fuck, dude, that's gonna hurt me for a long time. That's gonna sit in my soul, dude. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. Shikinichi, Brooke, Zwei, Alexander, I know I saw you in here earlier. Thank you, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the game as much as I did. But yeah, I'll be streaming again tomorrow, and then, what's today? Friday? Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow and then Sunday. So I look forward to seeing you guys then. I'll be playing Fortnite tomorrow, and then Sunday, I think I said it was going to be Darkest Dungeon, but we might change it up, you know, who knows. But anyway, thank y'all again. Have a good day/night, whatever time of day it is for you. I look forward to seeing y'all later. Stay safe. Love you all. Bye-bye.